This is AZDome PG17 4K rear mirror dash camera. Yes, this one has one camera on the front here, and there's another camera that gets installed behind your car, either on the window or by the plate, like I will in this case. And whenever you reverse, it actually throws in the back up screen right away. We'll see that in just a few minutes. Let me just open it up. And yes, this was provided for free to me for this review by AZDome, but there was no money exchanged and there is no script given by AZDome themselves. And yes, this mirror, one good thing about it is that at night, actually, you can see better with this than your actual mirror that your car comes with. And what I mean by that, I mean without even turning it on. This film that it has on is actually made so good because in my car, especially the rear window is complete dark tint. Like, I mean dark. With a regular mirror at night is hard to see, almost next to nothing. With this, almost crisp clear. Absolutely love it. This is the wire that goes to your reverse light. Yes, when you hit your reverse gear, this one automatically gives a signal to the camera to turn on the rear camera so you can see through it. And the camera is really good quality. As you see here, let me take this plastic. Oh yeah, I love this part. And the connection is the tiny 2.5 here. And the GPS has just a slightly different connection. It's the 3.5 millimeter. So here we go. Then we have the power itself, which is right here. That's a lot of cable on it, by the way, to connect it to the camera. So it has that 90-degree angle. I love that. So it goes from your cigarette lighter to the camera itself, and it powers it on. And it has the information here, AZDome. We have a cleaning cloth. I always appreciate that, because it makes life much easier. Then we have a plastic pry bar for the side, so you can put the cables under the liners. And we have the straps. There's 2 of them. You have the applicators or wipes, wet wipes and dry wipes to apply the protective film if you want to. Yes, they actually include a protective film for your camera if you want to apply it. That is really beautiful. And of course, you have the user's manual if you want to go through it, which I highly suggest because you'll learn a lot. And now the straps, if you have a smaller mirror, you can go with the small straps. If you have a big mirror like I do, you will have to go with the big ones because my mirror has a lot of sensors and lights and all that kind of stuff. And it's like this thick. So yeah, I'll have to go with the big ones. Straps are easy to apply. I find it much easier if you apply them from the top. So apply the top part first, as you see. It just goes in there, and you wrap it around the mirror, and it goes on the bottom, and just like that in both sides. You're ready to go. In the mirror itself, we have the power button right here, and this button acts as a power button, and it acts as a button to turn on and off the screen quickly. That is really good too. And on the top, yes, it comes with a micro SD card in it installed already. Let me just show you. This one right here. It's a 64 gigs micro SD card. Really thankful for them to actually supply that. This is where your rear view camera connection goes. This is the power from the USB-C. And this is where your GPS gets plugged in. So besides that, yes, you have the front camera. This one is the 4K camera. And this one can be rotated depending on where your mirror is. As you see, you can put it in all these different kinds of angles. Really clear because I know this is going to be good since I've worked before with AZDome and I know they don't have anything bad to sell. English for today. Click OK. I am -5 here. Yep. And we're gonna put the date, which is actually really good here. It's already set up, and I'm gonna set the time really quick, which is 2:38, which would be 14:38 in universal time. Yep, 13:48, and probably 20-30 seconds. Okay. Format card, yes, that is always a must. To format the card when you first start, just a quick rundown of the settings. First setting is the light. You can just swipe your finger left and right. As you see, you can dim it down to this point, and you can go above this. I'm gonna put it probably here so we can read easier. Okay, then you have the voice commands that you can do all these. I'm not gonna say them because otherwise, or let me say one. Turn off display, open screen, boom, just like that. So those are the voice commands. Everything that's written here, you can ask it to do what do you want. What do you want to do? I'm not gonna say anything here, but you see, they work really easy. Here you have playback if you have any videos recorded already. That's where you would play them. You have the G sensor, screensaver, keytone, date and time, video stamps, boot ringtone to start with a ringtone or not. I'm gonna put it on low, date and time again. Fatigue driving reminder. This one, for example, if you drive for more than 2 hours, the device here will remind you to take a break or just take it easy. Maybe you're driving too much. That's a big okay from me. Parking guidelines, you can turn them on or off. That is completely up to you. I'm gonna leave mine on. Rear mirror on. Format finding reminder. Every 30 days or every 60 days, I'm going to put this one. Frequency, rear flip on or off. I'm going to leave this one off. Boot display, you can start with a front camera or you can start with a rear camera or both front and rear. I usually started with a rear camera. Wi-Fi mode on or off. If you want to connect your app to it, you have to turn the Wi-Fi on, and you can do date and time on or off right here too. And then you have the video settings. You can go 4K to 1080p, which means 4K front, 1080p rear, 2K with 1080p, or 1080p 1080p, which means if you put both on 1080p 1080p, you will have a way longer time recording. Obviously, WDR for nighttime parking, loop recording, 3 minutes. I'm going to put this one because 1 minute to me is not enough. And you have the system settings, which is the language that we saw. Speech switch, you can leave that on. Default settings, QR code to download the app. Firmware version that you can check right here if it's the latest, and you can format the SD card right here like we had on the beginning. And that is pretty much all inside these settings. And yes, you can move the film or the camera up and down when you're driving. The angle, because this one, of course, it's cropping the overall picture. So if the view, whether it's on the rear mirror or the front mirror, is not enough for you or not good enough, you can switch it with those 2 arrows. And besides that, we just have to probably go throw it in the car. Okay, so the installation was actually very simple. Of course, AZDome, they always make that part easy, and that's what I told you about my mirror being a little bit too wide. Look at that, I had to put the big ones. Here's where the front camera is, and I will probably have to realign it however it's best. But look at the mirror, basically it's bulky. And here are the connections. That's the GPS, rear camera, and power. And the wires have been routed. I'm not sure if I can see it. I'll show you right there, just under the liner. I'll probably tuck them in a little bit better later. And you'll see what we're dealing with here. Boom. Okay. AZDome starting up. And the back camera is on, just like I set it up before. And that's what I told you. If it's not enough, boom. You put it towards up how much you want that you can see. I like to put it a little bit low so I can see directly behind the car. But that is up to you. Look at that. Turn off display.
Green
Boom.
turned off.
As you see, look how clear the mirror is. Literally crystal clear. Open screen.
Green turned on.
Boom. So here it is. Thrown into reverse. And boom. It opens up the lights right away. That is amazing. Take it off reverse. Boom. And here's some daytime footage. The video looks absolutely crisp, clear, and it is a very wide angle. Look at the pillar on the left side of the car, and you can almost see the other side of the pillar. And here on the top right corner, that is unfortunately how big the mirror and all the sensors are, so there's nothing I can do about that, but you get the point. You see how clear everything is actually. You can see crisp, clear. Absolutely love it. Yes, this one is in 4K, and this mirror is just one of those things that feels like you have a whole camera gear with you. Well, it is camera gear, but you know what I mean, like a professional camera gear. How clean it actually records, as you see yourself. I don't really need to put too many words. Even with the whole reflection and maybe the windshield suspiciously not that clean, the camera does still a great job. Absolutely love it. And just in a minute now, we're gonna jump to probably some nighttime footage and see what we're gonna find there. And here's some nighttime drive with a front camera, and it looks absolutely amazing, especially when it comes to nighttime. I can see everything in detail. I even saw a little fly or something, whatever, flew in front of the windshield there. But as you see, it's actually really clear. Absolutely love it. And of course, it's an AZ Dome, so it cannot go wrong. And yeah, these were all filmed in 4K, but you can lower it to 1080p or 2K, whatever you want. If you want to save storage, the footage is absolutely amazing. Just forgive me for the windshield. It's just driving on highway. You probably understand that there's going to be bugs and all that stuff that falls in it. So yeah, let's jump to the rear camera and see that beauty, what it's doing. And this is the rear camera. For 1080p, I gotta say, this one seriously does a good job. I really love it. You can see everything crisp, clear, and I just cannot complain because it's actually clear and it's wide. Look how wide that is. I can see both sides of the road without any problem at all. And it just makes sense to be wide on the rear camera because that's the same camera you use to back up. And I'll show you real quick, just in a moment, that actually, yeah, it's really easy to back up with this one. As I probably showed you before, you just throw it in reverse and it launches the rear camera right away by itself. And you're ready to go on reverse. So let me go to that and show you real quick. It's actually really cool to see. You just trust me on this one. It's a really good camera. I'm gonna tell you, AZ Dome, I never had anything bad from them, and I have quite a few dash cameras from AZ Dome. They never disappoint. So let me jump to that really quick and just let you know how it looks actually inside the cabin when you throw it in reverse. And this is when you're getting ready to throw it in reverse. When you throw it in reverse, the lines come on right away, and as you see, it switched to the rear camera by itself. Look at that. And this is at night time. This is not daytime, this is nighttime. And look how clear that looks. And when you put it on drive, it flips it back to front right away. And to close it off, look at this rear camera footage. Seriously, this is the rear camera. The 1080p only at night. You tell me that's not some good quality for nighttime. Literally the best I've had so far when it comes to rear camera, especially for nighttime. Now just imagine how good it actually helps you to reverse when you've put it in reverse and the reverse lights come on to help it even better. Look at that. You can even count the pebbles in the asphalt. It's really, I'm telling you, it's really good. And no, I am not getting paid or pushed to say these words. I am just saying them because that's what I am seeing and that's what I saw today and tonight driving around just to test its abilities. And this camera does not disappoint at all. Literally delivers the highest quality for the money. And with that said, thank you for watching, and links will be down below. Of course, the links will be affiliate between me and Amazon. So if you click through them, I'll make a small commission, and it helps this channel and me. I thank you for that. And please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye!